Hello, beautiful people. Happy Friday, Junior. We are rolling in to the weekend once again after a short week. I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. I got to spend some time with some friends. I got to spend some time with some family, and yeah, it was nice. As you see Ronan in the background figuring out what he can do to start trouble, which of my various toys that he can mess with. You might see something crashing down or something going terribly awry during this recording, but that's what we do here on the Indulgent Hour on the Indulgent Islander with our live presentation. You just never know what might come. You never know what this stormy, rainy Thursday evening might bring. Before we get into the sandwiches, I got about an hour or so to kill here. I'm actually heading to Heeler tonight, Heeler. For those of you who are unfamiliar, this is a special tasting menu situation that they have going on over in Savannah that I have been excited about for quite some time. So I'm going to go check that out. I will report back to you guys as usual. With the photographic evidence, if you will. I think it's going to be wild. I've seen photos from this. The presentation is pretty incredible, and there's a pretty talented group of people that are working on that project. So I'm very excited about that. As we stand recording here, it's almost 5:45 on Thursday evening, May 28th. Again, heading into the last weekend of Enjoy Every Sandwich with the Indulgent Islander. Just to recap, very simple instructions as I share my screen here. Enjoy Every Sandwich is very simple. Each participating restaurant or truck features a sandwich or sandwiches of their choice. Sandwich currently on the menu, a popular special, or one created just for this promotion. Customers visit the participating businesses and order as many of these sandwiches as they can. Enjoy every sandwich if they can, and tag the Indulgent Islander, which is Facebook, the Indulgent Islander. Instagram is EATHHI. Please hashtag enjoy every sandwich, and please tag me so that I see it. I will search the hashtags, but please tag me and please tag the business, because that's what we're doing here, is trying to spotlight these businesses. So each sandwich submission earns you an entry to win a grand prize gift basket at the end. Amber Cole, my friend Amber Cole, won the Soup to Tour in the fall. She got quite a haul with her basket, and I am in the process right now of assembling various items from these business owners, whether they be gift cards, T-shirts. There's a lot of really good stuff, and what I'd like to do is what I did last time, which is go through that list of awards or list of prizes with the winner of the contest. So you got a couple days left. I'm not going to do a hard deadline with this at Sunday. If you can still get the sandwiches after Sunday, please do it. I'm going to talk to the restaurant owners and see if they want to extend this a little bit longer. Some of these are sandwiches that are on the menu, so some of them are ones that you're still going to be able to get, but I want to go through all of them with you again today. Again, just go to theindulgentislander.com, click on upcoming events. So you go to the homepage, and you're just going to click up here, upcoming events. Scroll down. Again, it's all here, but if you click the button, view event at the bottom of that list, it'll take you specifically to the Enjoy Every Sandwich page. Again, we're taking this through Sunday night. Get in your submissions. We may delay it for the count for a couple of more days. You are gone. You want to comment nonsense and different punctuation and things like that, you're banned and you're removed, because I don't have time for that BS. Not on my show. And as I said, on Memorial Day or pre-Memorial Day with my little Bloodline tribute video. This is my show, and this is how we do things here. So we do it for the people, but we do it my way, and I don't have any time for nonsense. So no, not you. So not you. I'm talking about the other person that was typing inappropriate stuff. If you really do indeed love my streams, Samantha Daragon, then I appreciate it. There's nothing for you to apologize for. But that other clown that was typing a bunch of, it was actually pretty artistic, to be honest with you, the symbols that he was using. But it was graphic in nature, and he is gone for good. All right, let's get right to it. I did not know that today was National Burger Day. What I did do was I took a ride out to Beto's Burgers. I was a little late for breakfast. You got to get there by 11 o'clock for breakfast. I have had all of their breakfast menu items. This is not the best picture from this side of the burger, but I did get for National Burger Day. Also got a chicken sandwich. My wife's enjoying this crispy boy right now with the hot honey and the charo beans over here that I got as the side for that. She's enjoying that. I love the buns that they use, these kind of seeded, soft everything buns that they use at Beto's. I do appreciate your support, but we don't need comments every minute unless you got something that you want to contribute here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to mute you. So please try to keep it to a minimum. It's distracting. Another picture of this burger for you guys. Look at that guy opened up. You see the onions on there. You see the kind of like the way that this was opened up like this, where you see the the burger sauce that they use, the pickle, and then, of course, the the sharp Cooper cheese that they use. I love Beto's burgers. There you get a nice cross section of this guy, nice and medium rare. And the pickles, the chopped onions, the sauce. Again, this nice bun. Happy National. We can do when this big back come for you. That is pretty funny, man. I got to give you credit for that one. That was funny. I do like that engagement right there. All right, let's take this off of here. So that was National Burger Day. Also, shout out to my friends at Locals Raw Bar. These were the features that they had for today, and the sushi bar. I popped over there on my way back. How about that A5 roll, a California roll topped with A5 Wagyu and Kaluga caviar? That looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? And then they also had a special sandwich that I thought was interesting, which was the pastrami sando with Nickel Cattle Company brisket, house sauerkraut, Lusty Monk mustard, and of course the lionfish sando with the tempura lionfish, kimchi slaw, pickles. I thought about taking one of those home, but like I said, I got a big dinner tonight coming, and I didn't want a fish sandwich to be sitting around for too long. I think that is really it. Although I will also say that I got to pop back over to Capri Pizza down by Caligni Plaza. I know I got to cut down on the ums, guys. I'm working on it. Believe me. I went down to Capri Pizza, which is really just a week or two away from opening, I believe. Stay tuned. I'll give you guys a heads up, obviously, once that's ready to go. But Chef John from Coastal Capri, I got to meet his brother over there, who was down from Chicago. His brother Robert, who's a long-time restaurateur up in the Chicago area, and he was putting together these breads, pepperoni bread, sausage bread with the peppers, just incredible. Look at this one with the sausage and peppers with the tomato sauce. Don't worry about that pan. That's how a pan looks when you're cooking all these wonderful breads. Seasoned, if you will. This thing was awesome. It was as good as it looks. And then even got to throw in another slice of pizza. which is really, people are going to love this pizza. I don't think they're going to be doing lunch to start. It's going to be a dinner concept. For those of you who have had the opportunity to enjoy Coastal Capri, when I went there and I tried the pizza a couple of weeks ago, um, people went crazy over those posts. I mean, they went. We're not trying to go viral here, guys, with local restaurant and food content, but there are certain times when certain things really kind of catch my eye in terms of, you know, when something is doing a little bit more numbies, as they say in the barstool world, than others. And those Capri Pizza ones really have taken off. I don't know what it is about people, but they love pizza. They just love pizza. Um, and I can't blame them. Jimmy John's is okay in terms of sandwiches, but we don't do chains and things like that here because they don't. Frankly, they just don't need us. So we're about the independence here. We're about the mom and pops. As we're coming up on 6 o'clock, so I want to get right into it. I want to get to. We had a couple photos that were on my page here that were kind of pre when we started recording, with a couple of teaser photos that I was getting from chefs and things like that. I'm going to skip through those. We covered them a couple episodes ago. Excuse me. I'm just going to start from where we did the first day of recording, which was a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. It was Friday, May 8th. We started at Nosh. Now, Nosh is now at the Wexford Shops on Hilton Head. In case you weren't paying attention, we showed you some stuff from that on the most recent podcast. Spoke to Michael again today. Things are going really well there. Again, the new location is the fast pickup, grab and go concept, if you will, in Wexford, kind of in the second section if you're heading south towards the Circle. You go in this, it's the second section of the Villages at Wexford, where British Open Pub is, in the old location where it had Oddbirds Bakes. Sorry. All right, let's keep it moving. So Nosh, this is the lumberjack, eggs, cheddar cheese, sausage, bacon, the hash brown. It's a great sandwich, great breakfast sandwich. I had mine on an everything bagel, actually an Asiago bagel is what that comes on. I do love their everythings as well, and I did get some special order egg everythings for a catering order that I got a couple of weeks ago, which I very much appreciated. They were very good. After Nosh, we headed to our friends at Southern Coney with this buffalo chicken club sandwich. Again, house-made buffalo sauce, Swiss cheese, ham, bacon, lettuce, tomato, white toast, wheat toast, side of French fries. Sandwich was awesome. I need to go back and try it. I'm told by Caitlin, I believe it was, to try this on a wrap, as well as some corned beef hash. I know that I need to go back there soon. I messaged Nikki the other day because my dad has expressed his desire to get a couple of Conies. My dad loves chili dogs. So I'm going to be going back to Southern Coney probably next week to get another buffalo chicken club. This time I'm going to do it on a wrap, and I am going to get the I might get I don't know, I might get the corned beef hash, but there's a couple things there that I really like. The shrimp burger from Sea Shack. This is the one that I blanked on taking the picture, so Robert Banks, the owner, was kind enough to take a photo for me. Nice soft roll, lettuce, tomato, some lemon wedges. You got some hush puppies, coleslaw, fries, but it's really the focus here is on how well seasoned this shrimp burger is. It's really delicious. It's spicy. You can get it grilled or blackened. Each has a different seasoning. Of course, the blackened seasoning is going to be spicier. There we have our poster. Enjoy every sandwich. Enter for your chance to win the Skyscraper Grand Prize, named after the skyscraper-sized sandwich at Gruby's New York Deli. This was created by Weeb's Doodles, Christina Linnell Stewart. who lives over in Beaufort. She is a tattoo artist and she is a graphic designer, and she does a great job on these pieces. If you don't mind me asking, what's your favorite food? Sandwiches. That's really as concise as I can be. Sandwiches are my favorite food, but even after these last couple of weeks, I'm going to need a break from sandwiches soon. A lot of people were asking me what I had for lunch on my birthday. I made a big salad because I needed a reset. Let's put it that way. Monte Cristo at Skillets. This was awesome. I cannot stress enough how amazing the texture of this bread was. RJ said it was like a funnel cake sandwich, which is very accurate. Of course, you had your raspberry preserves to dip that in. Look at the cheese that's oozing out of there. The bread was the star of this show. And again, not really crazy in terms of the bread that they used. Good quality white bread, but the way that it creates like a French toast type of situation, and with the sugar and the crunch, this was really an experience. Little fruit salad. I knew that we were going to be in for a lot of sides that were going to have fries, so we went with the fruit. I'm glad that I did. That was awesome. Then we went over to Flatbread Bar and Grill over in Hilton Head for the shrimp burger. Nice soft bun, bang bang sauce, chives, lettuce, tomato, avocado. Again, nice soft bun, French fries with that. Really enjoyed that. Big fan of Flatbread Bar and Grill. Both in Hilton Head and in Bluffton. We'll get to Bluffton's contribution in just a little bit, but I really enjoyed that shrimp burger. As different as it could be from the shrimp burger at Sea Shack, but really delicious in its own way. Again, like I said, you're coming off the beach on Coligny, you want something to eat, why not pop into Flatbread and have a shrimp burger, which is now on the permanent menu. Your other option is if you're coming over across the beach, you can enjoy the not so Cuban sandwich with pulled pork, turkey, cheese, pickles, mustard. You get a side of fries with that. This roll was nice. I really like this club roll, if you will, at Frosty Frog. I spoke to Rusty today. He's been buried with, getting the new location opened up at New Riverside, which I got a friend of mine asked me over the weekend at a barbecue when that's going to be happening. I said weeks. I feel like it's a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks away. I don't think we're going to get through June without Frosty Frog. And I don't want to speak out of school on that, but they sent out a mailing to all of us that live in the area to let us know that that was going to be there, and the other businesses that are over in the New Riverside Village. I don't think they would be sending that out with Frosty Frog prominently. I'm not going to take the time to pull it up here, but it was a great mail piece that said kind of like where everybody is over there and what businesses are going to be there. So, the fact that that was mailed out tells me that we're imminent. This is the Reuben from Sprout Mama, Chef Ryan Fennessy. He put this down in front of me. He says, this is the best Reuben on the island. I'm not going to argue with it. This thing is awesome. I've heard good things about the Reuben at Harold's Diner. I got to get around to trying that. But this is Sprout Mama. And this means top quality, the best bread in the game, period. They're making this bread, the sourdough. They're making it in-house. The pastrami was as, I feel like this might actually be corned beef. I want to make sure that I get the two confused sometimes, but I want to just confirm that whatever it was absolutely delicious. I know I got photos of their menu and stuff like that in here. But no, all day menu. It's the first sandwich at the top here. Reuben. Okay. Pastrami. I was right. Pastrami, sauerkraut, baby Swiss, Russian dressing, grilled Jewish rye. It's not sourdough. It's a grilled Jewish rye. Sorry about that, Ryan. Sorry, Kim. This sandwich was awesome. I absolutely devoured it. A couple angles there. There's the setup for the video. These spotlight videos are coming, guys. We've had a couple of production delays, a couple of things that we needed to get sorted out. We may need a reshoot or two due to a couple technical difficulties that we had, but I promise these videos are coming. I know they're going to be a little bit late in the game, but I promise everybody's going to get them, and all these sandwiches are going to get the love that they deserve. This is the Cuban Shuffle Crisis from Slap Truck on a beautiful sunny day at Waterside by Spinnaker over on the island. Really had a nice conversation. Chef Matt Valentino jumped in on that with me. Happy birthday, by the way, to Chef Matt Valentino from Slap Truck. Actually, he came up in conversation earlier today, um, and I remembered that it's his birthday today. And I meant to text him earlier when I got my Facebook reminder, and I forgot to do that. So there we go. Kill two birds with one stone with the Cuban Shuffle Crisis, again available at Slap Truck. This is the sandwich au thon et fromage, the tuna melt from Chez George. You got the gherkins on the side. You got the aioli for the French fries, for the frites, those thin fries. Again, this is open face. This is a really nice treat. You can get this on their brunch menu or on their lunch menu. Shout out to the Chez George family for always supporting us. George Casalicchio and family, blood family and restaurant family, day one supporters of us, and we appreciate their partnership and their friendship very much. I always say that the Chez George family is very kind to me and always has been, and I will always be a supporter of them. Not that they ever give me a reason not to. I mean, everything that I've ever eaten there has been outstanding, whether it's brunch, whether it's lunch, whether it's dinner. We have the torta al pastor from Carlitos Mexican, Carlitos Bar and Grill, which is in the shopping center, with Nectar on the one side and then Island Bagel. And we talked about Coastal Capri earlier. This thing is a beast. No bones about it. You got the Yarritos in the background, the pineapple. I think I went with probably a mandarin that day. If guys have ever had the guava, that thing is awesome. They have it at Bordertown Barbecue. But yeah, this torta is legit. It's packed. It's got jalapenos on it, lettuce, tomato, onions, mayo. There's some cheese on there, I believe, too. I mean, this thing is incredible. I love did I say I want Carlitos. If I said Cantaritos, I apologize. Sometimes those things, for some reason, don't reconcile in my head, but that's what happens when we're on live TV. Carlitos Mexican Bar and Grill on Hilton Head Island. There is one in Savannah. I think I mistakenly tagged them once before. But yes, and the fries are good too. If you've really had them and you're saying that they're good, I agree with you because I've had them as well. This was the Riley Ranch Burger at Tin and Tallow. Tin and Tallow just announced their burger of the week. I'm going to remove this just for 1 second, and I'm going to pull up Tin and Tallow just announced, and again, whatever the addition is what they're featuring for Enjoy Every Sandwich. So Tin and Tallow, I got it right here. This is the burger edition 100. They're calling it the Centennial, a milestone burger built only the way Tin and Tallow knows how. Perfectly smashed beef patty topped with melted provolone cheese, crispy bacon, tallow fried jalapeno poppers, and their house-made chipotle ranch on a toasted sesame bun. Smoky, crispy, spicy, creamy. This one hits every level. From food truck days to 100 feature burgers later, this one feels like a celebration of everything Tin and Tallow has become. If you've been with us since the beginning or you're just discovering us on Hilton Head Island, this burger is for you. Available this week only at Tin and Tallow on Hilton Head Island. This one looks, it's a coffee. This one looks like a beast. I'm going to have to make my way over there at some point this weekend to try that out. Again, congratulations. What does that even mean? Congratulations to Tin and Tallow for their 100th burger edition. Very happy for them. Again, this was the Riley Ranch burger that had strawberry goat cheese because at the Riley Ranch, they feed the goats strawberries, which is crazy, but true and fun. This is the Cubano, the Torta Cubano at Cactus Street Cantina. This thing is a beast. This thing is heavy. Bacon. It's got the chorizo. It's got a chicken cutlet on it. It's got cheese on it. It's got avocado, lettuce, tomato. I mean, it is an absolute beast. This thing had weight to it. It is a meal and a half for sure. And I thought it was great. From there, we headed to Holy Tequila. I got to put a thing on here that says no ums. I hate no CMs, but I'm starting to hate ums just as much. This is and I just said again. This thing is the birria melt from Holy Tequila. You have the choice to dip that in owner Mike Rischel's Georgia mustard, which is basically a Carolina mustard-based barbecue sauce. Sorry, Georgia barbecue sauce. You have your fry aioli here. You have your birria for dipping that in. That was another one that was awesome. When I returned later, and I was able to have that as leftovers. Look at this thing. I mean, come on. Cheesy, melty birria, essentially on a grilled cheese. Um, that's the Cactus Street Cantina, just so you could see the size of this sandwich. It's literally, I'm holding it right next to the Cactus Street Cantina size, and that's half the sandwich. I thought that was a good way to show you just how big this guy was. I don't know why I have three of them in this folder, but that's okay. This was the sandwich that RJ enjoyed at Grooby's. This was, I think, the number 11 ham, turkey, roast beef, cheese, coleslaw, Russian dressing. The sandwich that they are featuring for the Enjoy Every Sandwich tour was the number 8, which is the, why am I drawing a blank? The Twin Towers. Pastrami, corned beef, coleslaw, Russian. I don't even think there's cheese on this one. This is the huge size. Again, if you got the skyscraper, which is going to be what they're going to throw in, they're going to throw in a coupon or a gift card for the skyscraper, which is their largest sandwich. And the skyscraper is worth like $29.99. That's just one of the many gifts that you're going to get in the gift basket as a free skyscraper, which again is any sandwich from Grooby's. This was the huge one. This was great. I had a couple of bites of it, and then I ended up having the rest for dinner later that night. It was definitely robust. Shout out to my Grooby's family for all of their support again from day one. From there, Nectar for the Fox Farm brie cheese with the ham, arugula, fig preserves on this amazing sesame sesame baguette, sorry, with the potato wedges, with the fries. I love Nectar. This sandwich was great. I'm not the biggest ham and brie guy in the business. I said that when I talked about it before, but this sandwich was really a treat. I don't know what it was. I don't know, maybe it was sitting outside in the sun on a beautiful day, wrapping up or getting close to wrapping up another day of shoots. This thing is awesome. Shout out to Chef Corey Adams and the team over there for throwing in another one. We appreciate our friends at Surge, and we appreciate our friends at Nectar on Hilton Head. Again, this is the Hilton Head location. I do not believe the sandwich is available at Nectar Farm Kitchen in Bluffton. This is the Cubano. This is Chef Gabby's Cubano from Sundown Saloon. A thing that I like about a sandwich is that it doesn't always have to photograph that great. As a matter of fact, I kind of like that this one's a little bit messier because it just goes to show you just how much was piled on there. You know, she tried to kind of like lift the one sandwich over so that we could get a closer look at it. I mean, just look at that bite right there. There's a lot going on that bite. And, you know, it doesn't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. Look at the sun shining on the ham, the pork, the cheese, the pickles, the mustard. This was on a true Cuban, like bolillo type of bread, like the pressed bread. It was absolutely delicious. These succulent chunks of pork. This was your traditional Cubano. And, you know, Tasha, the owner of Sundown, they're doing a great job over there. Her and Chef Gabby and everybody else. Shout out Josh Butler as well, as holding it down over there too, I believe, where they're doing some fun stuff as well. She was a little concerned because she said, you got a couple Cuban sandwiches. I didn't know that there were going to be like a couple of them. But the thing is that they're all different. Like they're all in their own right, a different sandwich. There's another look at it in the sunlight, you know, kind of propped up there. It was a really great sandwich. Shout out to Eggs Up Grill, who recently, about a week or two ago, celebrated their second birthday. So they've been over here in Bluffton now for 2 years. They did an egg count. I went there to try these sandwiches before we started doing recordings. I got a couple of photos early. None of them were as good as this photo that Lori sent me with this beautiful turkey avocado club sandwich melt, basically, that she took under the spotlight. It was a great picture, still remains so. I wanted to feature that. The other sandwich that they're doing, and I'll get to it. I'll come back to it from when we filmed the video, which is the Philly, basically the cheesesteak melt is the other one that's really good. This was the grouper sandwich at Pool Bar Gyms, which I got blackened. Again, nice, broad, big bun, nice, healthy piece of grouper poking out on basically all four sides. Excuse me. This was taken, you're sitting there at the bar and you're in between, you have this is basically the bar and the beach at my back, with the pool on one side at Seacrest, and then the pool on the other side of whatever the hotel is next to there might also be Seacrest. I don't know, but that's where you're going to find them. You're going to find them behind the Seacrest on South. Is it North Forest Beach Drive? Yeah, I think so. 10 North Forest Beach Drive. That's where you're going to find Pool Bar Gyms. This sandwich was great. Shout out to Dave, Raina, Mark, Justin, the whole gang. I could have spent the whole rest of that day there at Pool Bar Gyms hanging out, but we had to get onward and upward. There's another look at this bad boy. The tartar sauce really makes it. Shout out Yvonne. 80 plus pounds of strawberries they go through every couple of days. I was mesmerized by that little factoid on the chalkboard back there. But yeah, look at the blackened seasoning on this grouper. This was a great sandwich, and I can't wait to go back and spend more time at Pool Bar Gyms. The Lulu Katsu Burger at Lulu Kitchen. Panko crusted. I got this memorized at this point. Panko crusted, kupi slaw, that kupi, that Japanese mayo type of condiment. Salt, soy cured. Chef Scott corrected me. I said salt cured. It's soy cured egg yolks. And of course, this Osetra caviar on top. This burger was awesome. He's also doing his short rib grilled cheese, which is a winner. That's available all the time. But this Lulu Katsu burger, in all caps, Lulu Katsu, was awesome. That's the cross section of that, again, with the Osetra caviar, the kupi slaw, the soy cured egg yolk sandwich. Burger was awesome. Short rib melt is basically, that's one of the go-tos for me already. You got those homemade Lulu chips. They do their nachos as with Maytag blue cheese and like steak on top of them. If you get them, like if you get the loaded Lulu chips or whatever, I think that's on the lunch menu. I mean, look at this thing. Shout out to my buddy Chef Scott Hastings for really bringing it with this Lulu Katsu burger for Enjoy Every Sandwich. I hope somebody gets to go and enjoy that and take a couple good pictures of it and post them, because he deserves some love for really putting the creativity into this. Back over into Bluffton at Alvin Ord's with the chicken bacon ranch. That is a handful. This is one half of the large size, the medium size sandwich. Again, Alvin Ord's small, medium, large, big, bigger, biggest. I did get a picture of that's the cross section of that. Again, delicious sliced chicken, their 3-cheese blend, lettuce, tomato, bacon, ranch on that nice sesame French bread. This is the large size, cut up like a pizza into 6 wedges. A customer let me take a picture of that with him. Again, this is another one that's going to get messy because you got that ranch dressing, but it's going to be worth it because, I mean, I could take down probably a large if I wanted to, if I had a significant appetite. I went with the medium size just for sakes of the picture, but Alvin Ord's is awesome. Try that muffaletta too as well. It's really good there. But yeah, all the cold sandwiches, all the hot sandwiches, all good choices. Wagyu Chicago style Italian beef from Pete over at Slider Bar. This thing is incredible. This was served wet with green peppers, with homemade spicy giardiniera. There is no cheese on this sandwich. You can ask for it to be added. Matter of fact, I actually took the rest home with me and I melted some shredded creamy melt mozzarella on top. Served wet means that they basically take this au jus that the beef is cooked in, where you see the river of it along the side here. In Chicago, they either take the entire sandwich and they dip it, or they just put it on the thing and they pour the gravy on over it. You have to take the Chicago stance where you basically take a step back from the counter with a wide stance. Pete showed me how to do it. We had fun with that video. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Stay tuned for that. This is the cheesesteak. Actually, this was my the Big Dom over at Dominic's at the Home Depot. I'd like to try to get over to Lowe's so that we can get with Kyle at Dominic's too and do a recording there as well. We just kind of ran short on time. But this was a cheesesteak topped with I went with hot Italian sausage. What an incredible combination of a cheesesteak and an Italian sausage, which you can get mild, you can get hot. I got a side of hot cherry peppers that you see hanging out in the background. I wanted you to get a close up look. Again, underneath that sliced up hot Italian sausage is a cheesesteak, and the cheesesteak itself looks like this. He whipped one up for RJ. Again, sloppy in terms of for a photo, but you get the open up side on here with all the cheese and all that goodness. I love the way that like the juices from the steaks kind of seeps into the bread, really makes it an enjoyable experience. Dominic's is awesome. Shout out Chase, and his son Oliver was there to do the video with us. It was great. And there's another closer look at this cheesesteak. I actually think it looks like he might have thrown the sausage on that one too. So I think RJ actually got a big Dom as well. Good for him. All right, Flatbread Grill in Bluffton, Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Nice hoagie roll, soft, long roll. Unbelievable crisp on this fried chicken, and you see that kind of got a nice big healthy slab of it on both sides of this bun. This freaking Nashville hot chicken sandwich, shout out to Chef Ken Rowan. Pickles on it, pickles on top of it, coleslaw underneath it. You get the crunch from the slaw, you get the crunch from the super crispy, perfectly cooked chicken cutlet with the Nashville hot sauce. This thing was awesome. There were no takeout containers needed for that one. We devoured it. Sipping Cow in the Promenade. Cranberry walnut chicken salad, lettuce, tomato, bib lettuce on a croissant. This was delightful. A nice little strawberry on the side. I got it with some potato salad. Great sandwich. We don't have any other chicken salad sandwich on the menu. Love Sipping Cow. Love the entire menu. Go check this thing out. Again, chicken salad, cranberry walnut chicken salad. There's apples in there. Again, lettuce, tomato, bib lettuce, tomato, and a nice fresh croissant. Look at the cross section of that guy. Again, not the biggest fan of fruit in my food, but this was delightful. And I believe that there was bacon on that as well. I think that's what's hanging out over here. Is that just the croissant? Let's see. Did it have bacon on it? Might have just been the croissant there, but hey, add some bacon to it if you so choose. I think that's just the croissant top of it. It looked like a slice of bacon, but that's okay. We move on. Okay, meatball and cheese from Bella Italia. This was another one that was a treat. My wife ended up eating the other half of this for dinner the other night. Great pasta salad, red wine vinaigrette, red wine vinegar and oil on the side if you want to freshen that up, especially if you save it for the next day. Throw it in some oil and vinegar into that, toss it up. Meatballs is the specialty at Bella Italia. That's what they lead with. This is in the Port Royal Shopping Center, right next to Street Meat in the corner opposite Sundown Saloon and Oko, right next to Plantation Cafe. And whatever that empty space in there with the, formerly I don't even remember what the heck it was called. It's been empty for a while, but Bella Italia and Street Meat, both great places, but Bella Italia, shout out to them for throwing down with this meatball. You can't have a sandwich store without a meatball sub. I mean, this thing was awesome. Really, really liked it. There's the full shot with their nice placemats that have the Italy in the background. Again, speaking of Italy, shout outs to my friends at Radici in Bluffton for their Italy America Chamber of Commerce Award, the only distinction in the state of South Carolina to have this accreditation where they are basically observed as by the Italian Italy America Chamber of Commerce as, authentic Italian food. Bella Italia is great. Bella Italia is what I call Italian American food. Chicken Parmesan, meatball Parmesan, those things don't exist in Italy, but they exist here in the United States. And I am extremely proud of any place that reminds me of my childhood, reminds me of home, reminds me of the places where I used to get chicken Parmesan sandwiches, meatball Parmesan, just like my buddy, as we'll get to that. Speaking of Parmesan, so I was going to talk about Rockies, but let's talk about Cafe Al Dente. I want to skip back here because this is on me. That was not the greatest picture. We were yapping and that thing had been sitting out for a couple of minutes. This is the photo that I want you guys to see. This is the presentation and what you should expect from the chicken vodka parm with the dipper at Cafe Al Dente of New York City, which is down in Coligny and will be coming also to New Riverside very soon. We are going to interview Chef Michael Fitzhugh on site when the kitchen equipment gets delivered over here at New Riverside. This is going to be at the opposite end to where Frosty Frog is and where local pie is going to be in the new Riverside Village. This chicken cutlet, again, my photo from earlier did not do it justice. This one does. This chicken cutlet is perfect. It's got the melted mozzarella. It's got the vodka sauce. They layered this one on the sandwich, which I think might be the better way to go. But either way, I would get your dipper on the side. And of course, you're going to get this with, I just finished this the other day, the artichoke and spotted lima bean salad. And again, for $2, you can add the chili crisp to that, which is a homemade Calabrian chili crisp that Chef Michael Fitzhugh put together for that. Again, my picture wasn't terrible, just didn't have the sauce on this cross section was better than the other one of the sandwiches are propped off to the side. I'm not going to bother showing that one again. That was a poor choice on my part. But you're seeing the same sandwich here. This just doesn't have the sauce on it. That was a full dipper, whereas you can get it on the sandwich and get it as a dipper as well. Let's keep moving. Low Country Lobster. This is the warm lobster roll, Connecticut style with the drawn butter. What an incredible value for $25. The lobster roll, coleslaw, lemon wedge, and the Cape Cod potato chips. This is the cold Maine style lobster roll with the mayo, chilled. Again, coleslaw, lemon, Cape Cod potato chips. This was the edition 99 last week at Tin and Tallow, which was the Tuscan. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta make sure that I get it right. Events. Okay. This was called the Tuscan Trail. Smash patty with melted provolone cheese, slow-cooked pork shank, spring mix tossed in a house-made hazelnut lemon yogurt dressing, pickled red onions, and bacon sauce served on focaccia bread. Again, this was last week. This was the kind of the interior content shot of this burger that we showed you from last week. Again, the 100 is the one that I showed you before. Go check that out. You'll have the available edition 100. The Centennial will be available through Sunday. Again, Tin and Tallow is closed Monday, so keep that in mind. This is the Reggae Smash from Piece of Yard and Abroad. This had jerk chicken on it. This had plantains. This had cheese. This had beef patties. This had pineapple, some pepper. It had a jerk aioli that Chef Daniel Brown made. Awesome sandwich. Crinkle cut fries came with that. Really, 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 really well done. Kudos to him on really a sandwich, a burger that is indicative of the food that you're going to get at Piece of Yard and Abroad. Go check out his socials where to find that. This is the Muffaletta May Madness from the Cottage. Finally came to the perfect, ratio of meat to cheese to bread on this panini bread with the ham, the salami, the fontina blend, if you will. Let's see. Capicola, Genoa salami, tavern ham, fontina, I think it was a fontina Gruyere blend, caramelized red onion, traditional Orleans, olive relish. Check that out at the Cottage. I did not make it over to the farmer's market today, but when I do, I usually stop in and see my friends at the Cottage Cafe, Bakery, and Tea Room. Even had a beer, full bar at the Cottage. The star of the show is not just these delicious Italian meats, but that wonderful olive relish that they use. All right, I got to get things moving along here because I got to hit the road in about 20 minutes. This is the Ocon Cubano. Again, we did have a couple of Cubans. I don't know too many of them that we had that had, let's see. I got it right here. Braised pork shoulder with sliced ham, lamb merguez sausage, pickles, which is a Haitian slaw, and mustard and smoked Gouda. This was delightful. The mustard was nice and spicy. It hung with you for a little bit. Love that pickles, the spicy, tangy Haitian pickled slaw made from shredded cabbage, carrots, and peppers, almost like Scotch bonnet or something like that, and a vinegar brine, often with onions and bell peppers. There were pickled onions on this thing. Again, the pork, the ham, the merguez, the lamb sausage. Spectacular at Ocon Bluffton. They will be open soon again for lunch during farmers market. They weren't that day that we were recording, but they will be soon. Two Birds Greek Street Food, best gyro in the business, confirmed. Look at that thing, like an angel resting in the hands of Elena Hewley, owner of Two Birds Greek Street Food, with my boy Sonny. Love those guys. I'm sorry that I missed you today. I need to get myself spanakopita soon. Look at that beautiful spanakopita in the background. I need to get a Mad Greek with the pepperoncini that you see hanging out over here, and the jalapeno feta that she makes. It gives it a little bit of a kick. And Greeks don't do hot sauce, so they do it a little bit different way. But yeah, there's one with the lettuce and tomato and their feta, which is the best of the best. And then, the Mad Greek is a spicier version, but the classic one is going to be available always at the farmers market on Thursdays, at the Bluffton Farmers Market. And then you have the Side Hustle Farmers Market, which is the first and third Sunday. I think it's Side Hustle. Check their socials. You can find Two Birds in a lot of spaces in Bluffton, Savannah, and even over in the Habersham Farmers Market in Beaufort. This is the chicken, caprese chicken at Joel Alfresco, one of the best alfresco dining areas around. Balsamic, pesto, fresh mozzarella, tomato, beautiful chicken cutlet sandwich with a nice Aperol spritz in the background, little side salad with the shaved fennel. Another great one. On to lot 9 with my friend Wendell, Chef Wendell Osborne from Food Savvy LLC. This is hot honey fried chicken on a waffle. Look at these tiny little waffles that are stuck together. You could break this up and you can cut it into 4s and have a couple little sliders. You can just go 2 hands and go all at once. I broke it in half because it was chicken tenders. So you got a tender on one side for RJ and a tender on the other side for me. I actually think I brought the other half of this home and my wife ate it because RJ was tapped out at that point with all the bites. That's a black cherry soda from lot 9 in the background. Shout out to my friends. I should maybe show you the picture again. How long have I been doing that for? This is why I need a producer in here, just in case I skipped it. Yeah, I probably did. Let's just go back real quick again. The Yocon Cubano. I'm sorry, guys, looking at my stupid face while I'm talking about these sandwiches. This is what happens when I I had something to eat earlier and then I went all day and I'm starting to get a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The gyro from Two Birds Greek Street Food again, and again, I don't know how long I was doing this for, but there's the caprese chicken from Joel Alfresco, chicken cutlet, tomato, fresh mozzarella, pesto, balsamic. Nice Aperol spritz in the background. Look how beautiful that is on a sunny day. Little side salad. How you doing? Keep it moving. There it is. The hot honey chicken and waffle. Look at, that's what I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4 little guys. This was an accident. Chef Wendell ordered this for sliders and it wasn't going to work for that, but it worked out perfectly for the hot honey chicken and waffle, which I washed down with my delectable black cherry soda that they have there at lot 9. Look at the side view of this. Get a nice view. See that sauce, that nice hot honey hot sauce dripping down on this beautiful fried chicken on this waffle. That was awesome. Laundry Diner was Friday with the Georgia shrimp salad, po' boy, with the pickled onions on top on a nice bed of lettuce, great fries, nice pickle slice. This was really good. I really like the bread that they used for this one. Thank you to those guys for throwing down on this. Two Tides just celebrated. We gave them a shout out in the video that you'll see soon. They just celebrated their 8-year anniversary, sorry, at Two Tides. It was 6 2 years ago when I was there. I didn't get to make it to 8 this year, but I did make it to Laundry Diner on Friday, and they were kind enough to whip this up for me. RJ had a nice breakfast bowl, and I took a lemon whip and a color-changing cup to go. That was awesome. Again, the shrimp salad sandwich for $21. Local Brunswick shrimp, grabiche, pickled shallot, and lettuce on a brioche roll. Some of you might ask, or this is an educational podcast. Some of you might ask, I don't even know if I pronounce it correctly. What is grabiche? This is a classic French cold egg sauce made from emulsified hard-boiled egg yolks, mustard, and oil, mixed with chopped pickled cucumbers, cornichons, capers, and fresh herbs like parsley, chervil, tarragon, with chopped hard-boiled egg whites folded in. It's a piquant, chunky sauce similar to tartar sauce, but uses cooked eggs, making it richer and more complex, and is traditionally served with cold meats, fish, and vegetables, like this cold, delicious shrimp. This is the Lee Mazzilli that RJ indulged in at Rocky's on that beautiful semolina bread from Staten Island, from Malone & Sons Bakery, roasted peppers, fresh mozzarella. But this is the Vito, which is the featured sandwich for Rocky's New York Deli of Savannah. A little San Pellegrino limonata to wash that down. There's the cross-section of it with the beautiful chicken cutlets there, the hot sopressat, the provolone, the roasted peppers, This sandwich, a red wine vinaigrette. This sandwich is awesome. Arugula. I mean, come on, guys. Look at this freaking thing. I sent Billy a picture. I ate the other half over the weekend while I was watching some basketball, and he just wrote back beautiful or whatever he did. These are sandwiches that, especially on these nice semolina rolls, they hold up, and they're a meal in and of itself. So if you have leftovers, you just bring this bad boy home, let it marinate in the fridge for whatever it is, a day or two. I wouldn't let it go more than a few days because you got meats and things on there, but kind of soaks into the bread, the juices from the roasted peppers, the cutlets. They're not quite as crispy anymore, but still, this sandwich lives forever in my mind. RJ got his on the seeded Italian bread. I prefer the yellowish semolina roll myself. And then we headed back into Bluffton to Butcher's Market and Deli with the signature Butcher's Low Country pesto cutlet. Again, chicken cutlet, a little bit different. This is more of a melted mozzarella situation, a balsamic glaze, definitely some pesto involved in here too. Healthy slabs of chicken cutlet on there as well. This is your Bluffton source. If you want that beautiful yellow semolina roll, this is where you're going to want to go for it at Butcher's Market and Deli. We tried some jalapeno bratwurst or jalapeno kielbasa. That was awesome. I think it was actually a bratwurst. The hand-cut fries, the homemade fries there are also awesome. RJ had a cheesesteak. Don't sleep on the cheesesteak at Butcher's Market. They take it, they trim the ends, they freeze it, and then they shave it. The thing's awesome. This is on the soft Amoroso roll. This was just yesterday, actually. If you look at not the greatest picture, but it's going to show you kind of like how much the contents are of this. This is from Your Pie. This is opened up where you see the jalapenos and the pickles and the ham and the bacon and the cheese. This is from Your Pie, which is the pizza concept that we have over, and this is probably the best picture of it because you get the nice texture. This is made on like the pizza bread, basically. Your Pie is over at Paris Island, where the BP is if you're heading to or from Beaufort, kind of by where Port Royal is. Really enjoyed that. And of course, we're going to finish on the picture that Damien sent me from Cafe Al Dente last night to cover up for the poor photo that I had taken when I was there a couple of weeks ago recording. These videos are going to come at you guys, I promise. I'm sorry for the delay, but we will get them all to you soon so that you get these sandwiches get the love that they deserve. Go to Enjoy Every Sandwich, the event page at theindulgentislander.com. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, The Indulgent Islander on Facebook and YouTube, Eat HHI on Instagram, where we should still be. Don't tell me that. Oh, no, we are. Okay. Every once in a while, Instagram lags a little bit behind, and I'm wondering if we're still live on there. But it looks like everything went well. I'm going to duck out of here because I have to get to 7:30 dinner. I just wanted to get on here and update you guys. We did almost an hour. Thanks for a couple of the people that we had participating in the comments. Again, enjoy every sandwich with the Indulgent Islander through Sunday. Get your submissions in, tag us, tag the restaurant, hashtag enjoy every sandwich, and looking forward to more submissions. I'm looking forward to just more celebrating all of this amazing food that we have here in the Low Country, in Savannah, in Bluffton, on Hilton Head, in Beaufort. It's all wonderful. And we appreciate you taking this ride with us. And we look forward to bringing you some more information and some more stuff very soon. I'll be back at you guys later tonight or tomorrow with a recap of Healer. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. I will definitely be back with more. And I also promised, Chef Ray Robertson, unfortunately, had a family situation. She could not make our scheduled interview time for Sunday. You will get that interview soon. I promise you that. And we also have another sandwich or two that we have in the chamber that we still need to record, one of which is going to be simultaneous announcement for a new business that's going into the promenade. Chef got sick there for a couple of days after doing a big event over the weekend. So we are going to get to that when you can. And I think we may have an encore presentation. The same place that we finished the soup tour, I think we're going to finish the sandwich tour. I'm just waiting on confirmation for that. Indulgent Islander out. Stay hungry, my friends. Appreciate all your support. Thank you to my family and friends in the food and beverage community for all of your support. I'm very grateful to you all, and I look forward to bringing you the best and indulging in everything that the Low Country has to offer, as it says on the logo here, tasting the Low Country. Thanks to Jazzy Bodish from Tin and Tallow for designing this logo for me way back when, which I utilized for the podcast logo as well. It's in full color, obviously, on our screen here. Thanks to Justin from Loco Sports and Loco Media for all of his help with the technology over here. And most importantly, thank the beautiful people. I appreciate you guys. I got to go to dinner. Peace.